Welcome to week 5. For this week appetizer, we're going to be doing salmon cakes. We're going to start by doing a green goddess sauce, which is something similar to an aioli. We're going to be mixing in here, in a blender, we're going to be mixing mayonnaise. We're going to be mixing our sour cream. We're going to add chives. We're going to add some parsley. We're going to add some capers, which are going to give us an element of saltiness. We have anchovies also. If you want to make this recipe vegan, you can omit the anchovies and use egg-free mayonnaise. We have a little bit of lemon juice in here, and we're gonna season later on with salt and pepper. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna run this to make sure that all our elements get pureed and we have a nice homogeneous mixture. Okay, and we're gonna add some salt and pepper. We have some lemon zest that we're gonna be utilizing later on. We're gonna use it as an element of garnish for decoration, also in our plate. And now we're gonna take this sauce, gonna transfer it into a bowl and reserve it for later use. To make our salmon cakes, the first thing that we're gonna do is to combine our shrimp that we have chopped, peeled and deveined, our salmon. We're gonna leave a little bit of the salmon that is not gonna be chopped, so you can see those pieces in our cake, and we're gonna puree them. Now, once we have pureed them, we're gonna mix it with the rest of our ingredients. After we have pureed our salmon and shrimp together, we're gonna combine all these elements in our bowl, and we're going to add our jalapenos, peppers. We are going to also add some scallions. I'm going to start mixing this together. We're going to add our diced, small diced salmon, and this is going to brings us a nice texture into our plate. In addition to that, we're going to add a little bit of mayonnaise, our breadcrumbs or panko, and our egg whites. You can take your egg whites and beat them, all right? So we can have a more aerated mixture, all right? This final mixture should be a dense one, so it can have a nice hold on our cake, so when we cook them, they don't disintegrate, all right? And it can hold its shape, right? Now that we have a nice mixture in here, we are going to form them. You can pat them in little cakes of 1 inch thick. To form them, You can pat them in a little patty for a 1 inch thick, or wrap them in plastic wrap until you have a nice cylinder, which we're gonna be doing, and then cut them in a little timbal, so we have a nice mixture of shapes and flavors in our plate. To form them, we're simply gonna wrap them in plastic film, and we're gonna shape them with a nice little cylindrical shape. With our hands, we're gonna pat them like that, and then we're gonna roll them. And finally, you want to tie the ends so the mixture will be more cylindrical and more uniform. You're going to put this in the refrigeration for over 30 to 1 hour, or up to 1 hour, up to 4 hours before we finalize the braiding procedure and put it in our saute pan. After we have let it rest, our mixture for the salmon cake, we're going to unwrap it, and then we're going to bread them. Okay. Another thing that we're going to do is we're going to take a saute pan. We're going to start heating it up. Okay. We are going to cut our cakes. Mixture, and we're going to bread them with panko or any other breadcrumb. We're going to finalize the shape also. Okay. If your mixture is too soft, what you can do, you can adjust it by adding a little more panko, or let it sit on the refrigeration a little longer. You're gonna give them shape. And if your mixture is too soft, you can add a little more panko to this mixture, so you can have a little more texture, or a little more firmness, I should say. So we're gonna add a little bit of oil so you can cover the bottom of the pan. And we are gonna wait until this is hot so we can caramelize this and get these cakes golden brown all across. You can also do this and then finish them in the oven. After 5 minutes of cooking the salmon cakes in the oven, we are ready for plate off. What we're going to do now is we're going to start with our sauce, green garter sauce that we made, or aioli you should say, okay? And we are going to nice little shape of that. Put this in here like such. We're going to garnish it with a little bit of the lemon zest that we have earlier. And that's your salmon cake plate.